People are wondering what happened to me. Well, like I said in one of my previous videos, I tried for 4 fucking years to get a job. Tried after high school, which was when COVID hit. Ever since fucking COVID hit, it's pretty much been impossible for anyone between the ages of 18 and like 28 to get work. So, yeah, that's what's fucking happened. I've experienced coding, soldering, fixing electronics, freaking math. Like I have all of these things, knowledge in my head, but it doesn't matter because people want fucking experience working in that before you even have the ability to work in there in that section. Like it, the way society works is pretty much fuck you unless you have connections, money, and power. So yeah, that's why I'm fucked. Just like every other fucking male out there that is between the ages of 18 and 28. And why does this happen? Is because you people let it. What the fuck do you mean? You voted for a system that specifically uses young people's hard work to support the elderly. Now that doesn't sound so bad, except for the fact that it's literally so bad that young people are fucking starving and going homeless. So yeah, of course it's horrible, and it all started all the way in the fucking past when whoever the fuck the Reagan administration decided to take the dollar off the gold standard. That pretty much made it the dollar a fake currency. It is literally there just so that they can say you owe us money. That is literally all it's there for. So yeah, everyone fell into that, and that's where we are now. Cost of groceries is 4 times it was 2 fucking years ago. If that doesn't tell you that we are heading towards a market cap, which means that we'll be at a point where all stocks cannot go higher because there's not enough money left to support the increase in growth of those stocks. So what's going to happen? They're going to fall. What's going to happen then? The entire cryptocurrencies are going to explode because what's happening now with the cryptocurrency and just the market in general is stock markets are just explode, or they're very good right now in general. Like it means that they're pretty solid. The problem with that is it's been like that for a while, and that's unsustainable if you're trying to make profits, because really what that means is you're taking money away from people. That's literally all it means in a stock market and in the crypto market. What you are doing when you make money is making money off of other people who have already put money into the system, or who are putting money into the system after you actually. So the people who already put their money in are going to be at an advantage than people who aren't. And the more money you have, the higher advantage you have. So pretty much, if you're not born with a lot of money or in a position of wealth, you're fucked. Good luck. And yeah, there's a lot of people who worked hard. That's not possible now. Tell me you can fucking work at McDonald's and rent an apartment. Yeah, I'll hear the crickets now. Yeah, exactly. So unless I can fucking do that, don't say that the economy is great and that it's exactly the same as it was in the fucking 1900s. It's not. Because if I could work at fucking McDonald's, I would be working at McDonald's. I can't even get a fucking job at McDonald's. Well, like, what is that? I've worked at Starbucks too. Like, I don't understand. I have a food card as well. Whatever, or food is healthy, safe card. I think you have to replace those every year or whatever, every 6 months. Anyway, yeah, so for people who are wondering, society did this. Why do you think third world countries exist? Because every fucking system that the government has implemented isn't there to help support its people. It's there to keep them barely alive so that they can keep supporting the system itself. That's it. It's not trying to keep you living, it's trying to keep you surviving. And that's what's happening now. Everyone is starting to feel the trickle up effects because everything is increasing since they want to make more money. They want to take all of our livelihoods away, and they just want to ruin the future for everybody who doesn't have money. So, my advice to you, the crypto market is going to be the future, 100%. Like right now, it feels like it's an ocean. The waves are going up and down. That's pretty much what's happening. And that's all the governments. They're trying to take money from cryptocurrencies and put them back into the stock market in order to keep the stocks as high as possible because they know a crash is happening. They are trying to pretty much make as much money as possible off of everybody who is in stocks now before it starts crashing or before it starts correcting, right? Maybe it's not an entirely massive crash, but it'll definitely be a drop down in just stocks in general because you can't go further considering that there are new companies coming out that have technology that is definitely going to be much more valuable in the future, like quantum computing and AI. Of course, those two things are kind of collapsing now because everyone realizes, oh, we can spend billions of dollars, but if we're not spending it in the right place, the amount of progress you get for the amount of money isn't really viable. Or, uh, what was the word I was looking for? Economically good for you. I guess it doesn't make you It's not profitable. That's what I'm saying, or as profitable as you want it to be. So yeah, if everyone wondering what's happening with the crypto market and why it keeps going up and down every single week, they are literally just taking your money after they pump up the price. Every fucking government that did, we already saw this, and then in turn, they take that, put it back into stocks or put it back into the economy so they can keep it alive for as long as possible, so they can take as much money as much as possible. So yeah, it sucks, but that's just the way it fucking works because you fucking voted it. I didn't. I never voted for any of this. If I was able to change this, I would. I would lead a fucking army and kill every single fucking official in the government. Or at least arrest them first, see all the crimes that they did, and if they are worthy of death, then yes, they would die. And then get rid of every rich person in the world. I'm joking. That's not true. Not every rich person deserves that. Most of them do. Specifically, the ones that are above 50 and older. Why? The way they made their money is not good, is not morally correct. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And most people in government are corrupt. We already know this. Even fucking Biden's corrupt. Who the fuck says the government that we have the best economy now while people are fucking starving? I don't understand. People can't even afford food. You really think they're gonna afford education? Just wait 5, 10 years, and the world will literally be on the brink of collapse if we continue with this fucking cycle. Like it's just not possible. It's not feasible. But nobody is fucking looking at that. They are just looking at their own, like everyone just focuses on themselves. You got to look at the fucking bigger picture. Everybody is fucked who is not making millions of dollars or more because everyone who's in that, margin of the economy is pretty much safe. They have materials, so even if money becomes useless, they can just trade whatever the fuck they have, like land, fucking I don't know, maybe they invested everything in like a company or farmland or I don't know, something, right? So my point is we need a revolution, 100%. This is literally the only way this is going to change. China is going to shit. I don't understand why the people haven't revolted. Like, you thought your fucking ancestors dealt with this shit? No, they literally sacrificed themselves. Everyone has become pussified. Like it's just funny. And sorry, maybe not that term. Everyone has become fucking soft. Fight for your own fucking rights. Literally take up arms and fight your own government. That is what people did in the past. The reason we don't do it now is because we think we're more civilized. You think this is a civilization? One that keeps its young as far as down as possible while just taking all of those resources that they can collect from everybody else and supporting the richest people and the oldest people? Nah, bro. That is not a civilization. That is a fucking I don't know. It's not good. That's all I know. That is not the way you run a fucking government. I mean, if money was left on the gold standard or on gold, maybe the economy would have crashed back then. But we could have made a system that was better. Instead, they decided to take the easy way out. Make the dollar a fake currency, or let's say a debt currency. That's the better way of putting it. It's a currency you use when you're in debt. You get paid it because the debt is the time that you've spent working at your job. That is all it is. Yes, you get money, but that money you're going to be taxed on. That money you're going to have to do. You're pretty much going to have to invest into everything in order to continuously make more money if you want economic growth. Otherwise, you're going to have to be saving a lot of money, and it's not even guaranteed that in the bank it will be safe. All you guarantee that it is in the bank is that somehow, some way, the government may or may not keep it there. As long as civilization's fine, it's okay. But then as soon as the market starts crashing and a certain currency loses value, well, you're fucked. What's the government gonna do? Nothing. They don't care about you. So, like I said, Governments don't care about us anymore. So why should we adhere to their laws and rules? Seriously. I mean, politicians don't. They kill, silence, and do whatever the fuck they want, and they just cover it up with money. So if money is what you need, but you are deliberately making sure that the average person cannot have enough to actually have a great influence like that, then pretty much what you've made is a system where only the ones who are born into wealth or who can somehow go through all the adversity and make that wealth are able to do that. However, the amount of people who are making that much money are less and less. Why? Because the system itself has gone to the point where it's fucking broken. That's why. The system has become so fucking bad that, again, we got China, we got Russia, even the UK. These places aren't a horrible fucking place. The fact that the US is following should show you that this is happening all over the world, and this is going to continue because nobody is trying to take up, like, whatever happened when they tried to impeach Trump or whatever, and the people showed up at the White House. Why don't we just do that, huh? I know people are scared about that, but that's literally our fucking right. When the government decides to take a fucking advantage of us, lie to us, and just fucking scheme behind our backs to literally take advantage of us, that is our fucking right to take up arms and pressure them into fucking making the right choice that we all want. That's simple. So yeah, I'm saying it now. Maybe the revolution doesn't happen soon, but it's either going to happen this year or next year for sure. It's going to have to happen if people don't want to continue starving, going homeless, and genuinely just having a life that is pretty much just stress. So, yeah, maybe this will be my final message. I'm making my last meal that I have now. So, yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, what happened to your videos?" I just don't, I can't live. Like, I'm losing pounds every day because I can only eat a meal a day. Right now I'm making cookies, 5 cookies, because that's it's all I fucking have. So yeah, here is my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for today. And that was the last of my butter, so I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to tomorrow. But yeah, for everyone else out there who doesn't think you're gonna make it to tomorrow, grab a gun. Or you know what? No, you need people because you can't just do it yourself. We need a group of people that can actually do this. That we can all get together, understand that the government isn't what we need anymore, and rebel against it. That simple. Well, I'm going to leave you on that note. And if the government ends up doing anything against me just simply because I told people to revolt, it's your fucking fault, government. If you didn't want this to happen, then you shouldn't have been fucking cucks and decided to drain everybody of their wealth, their livelihood, and their fucking future. That's simple. So, governments, be thankful that you're about to be slayed, killed, and tortured because that is exactly what you fucking deserve.